Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here to make a TradeSkillMaster 4 guide for how to import item IDs from WoWhead. Currently, the two original methods don't seem to be working. Either it's an issue with Classic, or there's something I'm missing. Now, can't believe it's something I'm missing because I'm following the instructions to the letter. But so what we're going to do here is I'm going to show you the two original methods here. Now, let's reset this and reset that. And what we'll do is this is it's a really old website called Power Word Gold. It's a blog post, but it has a converter here called Grouper. Now, Grouper is basically what it is. It groups up items that you get from Wowhead. You put them in this first page, and then it converts them into importable IDs for TSM. Now, and the official website, TradeSkillMaster itself, also has similar thing. So we're going to be using both of them as examples here to show you that what's not working here. So go to the Wowhead website. Now, I am trying to work towards actually doing the hardcore challenge, get to 60 without dying. And plus I'm playing actually the classic Wrath of the Lich King and stuff like that a lot more than retail. It's just a lot more fun. But So I'm trying to make a new classic profile for my TSM from scratch. So I am trying to get every single item imported myself manually instead of trying to copy someone else's IDs. So to do that, you would come over here to the classic tab up here at the top at Wowhead. You go over here to the database and you would go down here to, let's say, items. Okay, so let's see. I want to make a group in TSM for every weapon that's craftable. Um, at a quality of epic in classic WoW. Okay, so we would go over here, we'll go to database, go down to items, go to weapons. Click on that and boom, sends you over here to the classic weapons tab. To the right hand side, you'll click on epic to make sure that we're filtering for epic. For the faction sides, we'll put both. Class, just leave it as class. Then down here in the filter sections, we want to make sure that it's available to players. The fact that it is BOE. And then the other option is you want to make sure that you come down here to the source section and make sure it's crafted by a professional. So then that's your three parameters that we're going to be doing for filters with most things that you'll be searching for. So then you'll hit apply down here and you'll see that this is all of the craftable weapons that are epic quality that are made in Classic. So the original method on how to do this um, to import them into either Grouper or TSM is that you come over here, not on the item or not on this box here, but over here, and you drag your mouse, you click and drag your mouse and select all of this until it turns blue, right? Then you'd right click, copy, then you would go over to Grouper, and the first or second step here, you would just Control V to paste it, what you've copied, into the first section, and then you would hit Group It Now. You see how there's no results? Well, that box is supposed to be filled with item IDs that are importable into TSM4, and they're just not there. And same thing with the TradeSkillMaster website. It's pretty much the same thing. Even with the generate list for recipe IDs, I hit Control V, paste what I've got in here for all those epic weapons, and it says no valid items were found in the import. So something's kind of screwy here. But luckily, I found a workaround. It's been a long time since I've done a desktop tutorials, but kind of what I like to do here with guides and things. So we will, with this workaround, we will go to this website. Go to notepad++.org. This is going to be what I'm going to be using to convert the item IDs we get from Wowhead into an importable string for TSM to read. So Notepad++ is just a more advanced version of Notepad. It's something I used back in the day for scripting when I was doing multiboxing and things. It just has a bit more bells and whistles than the regular Notepad. So make sure you just download the top one here, the 857 one, And then so we're all on the same page, so no one's missing a beat here. Once you get that installed, head back over to WoWhead and go to the Classic tab or Retail or whatever you're trying to do here to find or whatever you're trying to find. And then we'll go over here to Database, and then we'll go over here to Items, and then we will go over here to Armor, and let's do rings. We'll do rings. Okay. No, let's not do rings. Yeah, let's do rings. Okay, we'll do rings. Doesn't really matter what we're doing. So let's see. We have 347 rings, okay, total. But let's narrow that down a little bit just so we can make this a little bit easier for us. Okay, so we'll go over here again. Factions, both. Class, leave it class. Let's go with uncommon rings. We will add the filter available to player. We will add, make sure that it's BOE. And then we will also add the source of the ring. If I can find it. Oh, here it is. Crafted by profession. No. Because in Classic there's no craftable rings yet. But, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to have everything set up for our filters. We hit apply. And now you see these are all of the BOE rings in the game that just drop in the world randomly. So we will come over here. Now WoWhead has made this super simple. We have 86 rings. So to get all 86 IDs, the one thing we have to do is come over here above source. Here, you'll see a copy. You click that and you'll see the IDs here. Click that and you've copied all 86 IDs for every single BOE ring. So next step, to make sure, you can't just take this copy and import it into TSM4 into the game because it'll error out. Like I said, TSM4 requires a specific string ID to be read to be imported into the add-on. To make those, we need Notepad++. So open up Notepad and then just hit File, New, and create a new tab. Now you'll see at the start here, just put your cursor at the column 1 here at the start, and then what you want to do with the copied 86 items you just did from WoWhead, hit Control V, and you'll paste them into Notepad++. So the next step here is you've got a bunch of numbers with commas and spaces. This is, like I said, not readable by TSM4. To make it readable, we're going to have to edit this. Now, going through and editing every single one of these by hand is a pain. So we're going to have a fix for that. So you're going to hit Control H. Now, this is going to open up another tab called Replace. So what you're going to be replacing is very easy. So here in the Replace tab, you'll see Find What and Replace With. In the first section, you want to tell this program what to find first. So we're specifying a thing to find. Now that is going to be comma space. The second thing is what we want to replace that comma space with. And this is going to be comma space I, lowercase I, colon. Okay. And then you want to be down here at the bottom of the search mode. Okay, you want to make sure that's set to regular expression. Okay. And then all you have to do is come over here to the right hand side and hit replace all. And you see how at every single one of those every single one of those numbers have I colon in front of them. Now that is a readable ID for TSM4 to import. The only thing that I wasn't able to fix with this was that the first number of every single import you do and the replace option, you're going to actually have to do the first one manually. There was just no way to get it to replace it itself because by definition, it couldn't find what you're looking for at the beginning. So the first one of everything you import will have to be done manually. Just make sure you remember that, okay? And then, so this, like I said, is a fully importable string of every BOE ring that drops in Classic. So then you would select all of it, copy it, and then our next step is to then take this string and import it into TSM. So I am going to transition here into the game, and then I'll show you what we're going to be doing next. Okay, guys, we're back. Now we are in-game in World of Warcraft Classic Wrath of the Lich King on my bank alt, Goldie Hooves. Now, I haven't played this character, or played this account since, I think, 64 in Burning Crusade when that came out. I kind of just tailed off until retail came out, and then now that I'm back. But, I've got about 7,000 gold on this character. I'm not doing too bad before I left off. So, let's actually get into the operations of TSM4 on how to import item IDs. Okay, so there are several ways you can do this. One, you can take every single item ID from WoWhead, from what group you're trying to, let's say like rings, what we're doing, right? You can come up here to the base items, click add plus on this little plus sign here, and we'll just type classic. We'll make that our group for vanilla, right? So then we'll do another drop down here. We'll make this group, let's go BOE rings, right? It doesn't specify what rank they are or like what quality they are or nothing, just BOE rings, right? You can take every single item ID, put them into one paste string from Notepad++, and then throw it as an import into uh, TSM4 and just keep them all your rings into one little group, right? But Classic is a little bit different beast than retail and that kind of stuff, so maybe we want to separate our stuff out into groups of quality, right? So the best way to do that is to just make a group and then make some subsections underneath it. So we'll just make 3 subsections underneath here. So we will title, let's do epic. We'll do uncommon or rare. And then we'll do the last one will be uncommon. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so you've got your epic rings, your rare rings, and your uncommon rings. So you got your purples, your blues, and your greens, right? Okay, so we had already made, and before this video, we made the edited version of the import string for every green uncommon ring in the game. So we'll go over here to the top, and you'll hit this import group, okay? And then you'll copy, paste, Control V, all of those item IDs into there. Now you see we have one group with 86 items. Those are all 86 rings that we converted. So we will import, and then that'll bring the group. And you see all of them will be in here, all the items. So then just over here, the best way to do this is to go to the far right, hit the select all, click and drag all of them over into your uncommon section. And then you'll click over in tab and look. Every single one of your uncommon rings are in that group, segmented out away from the blues and the epics. Or the rares and the epics. Now, I've already taken it upon myself to get the IDs for the other ones, the rare and the epic rings. So we will just do the same thing. We'll just import, copy, paste, go over to this, we select them all, hold and drag, put them into the rare section. Go over here, copy, paste, import, and then we will just drag, and those are all of the epic ones, and then we'll just drag and drop them into there. So when you go over here to your ring tab, you'll see that you have all of the green, blues, and epics in that little section, but then they're segmented out into their own little space. This works really well for when you want to price things differently. Maybe you want your epic rings to sell for a little bit more than your greens. You want to put a more aggressive sell operation on them. But this also works really well when you're trying to sell different types of materials. Classic is an entire beast, completely different beast than retail when it comes to perfect stacks. Retail, you just throw it all in the auction house, everyone just buys it in a big old mosh pit. In Classic, someone actually will purposely buy an 8 stack of split leather versus buying a 20 stack because they don't want to have to spend the extra gold. Split stacks, perfect stacks is what they're called, are just amazing ways to make better gold because someone will actually spend a little bit more on a perfect stack, or not spend more, but buy yours over someone else's if it's perfect stacked. So you definitely want to mess around with that when you're trying to organize your TSM profiles. But that's pretty much it. Wasn't going to take very long to show you in-game on how to do it. I just wanted to polish it up and actually show you an in-game tutorial. So I hope this helps someone out that was kind of struggling with trying to import item IDs from WoWhead into TSM4. So thanks for watching and have a good one.